Some airplanes are just machines, built to get us from one place to another, quietly doing their job in the background of our lives. They come and go, often unnoticed, blending into the endless flow of travel that connects our world. But every once in a while an aircraft comes along that changes everything. A plane that captures the imagination of millions and becomes a symbol of an era. The Boeing 747 is that plane. More than just a feat of engineering, the 747 is a legend in the skies. When it first soared into the air, it didn't just break records, it broke boundaries, opening up the world in ways never seen before. Its unmistakable silhouette with the iconic upper deck hump instantly set it apart from every other aircraft. The sheer size of the 747 was awe-inspiring, drawing crowds to airports just to catch a glimpse. It wasn't just a plane, it was a spectacle, a marvel that made people dream of distant places. Dubbed the Queen of the Skies, the Boeing 747 was, for decades, the largest passenger plane ever built. Its arrival marked a turning point in aviation history, setting new standards for what was possible in commercial flight. Before the 747, long-distance air travel was a luxury reserved for the wealthy. But this aircraft changed all that. With its enormous capacity, airlines could offer more affordable tickets, making international travel accessible to millions of people for the very first time. Suddenly the world felt smaller, and adventure was within reach for everyone. Inside, the 747 was a flying palace. Passengers marveled at its spacious cabins, elegant lounges, and the sense of grandeur that came with flying on the world's largest jet. Pilots, too, were captivated by the 747's power and grace, often describing it as a joy to fly, a true masterpiece of design and engineering. For decades, the 747 defined a generation of air travel. Families reunited across continents, explorers set out on new adventures, and countless memories were made at 35,000 feet. The sight of a 747 at the gate or soaring overhead became a symbol of possibility and excitement. Today the aviation landscape has changed. Sleek, fuel-efficient jets have taken over many of the 747's routes, and some of these giants now rest in desert graveyards, or serve as museum pieces. Yet, the legacy of the 747 endures, woven into the fabric of aviation history. Even as a passenger plane, the 747's story isn't over. Many continue to serve as cargo carriers, hauling everything from electronics to racehorses across the globe. Their reliability and capacity make them indispensable in the world of global logistics, ensuring that the 747's wings still touch every corner of the planet. The story of the Boeing 747 is one of vision, ambition, and the relentless pursuit of progress. It's a tale of engineers and dreamers who dared to imagine a world connected by flight and then made that dream a reality. The 747's impact goes far beyond the runway. It changed the way we see the world and each other. In this video, we celebrate the Boeing 747's remarkable journey, from its revolutionary debut to its enduring legacy as an icon of the skies. Join us as we explore the story of a plane that truly changed the world. In the 1960s, air travel was booming like never before. Airports around the world were bustling with excitement and anticipation as more and more people took to the skies. The post-war era had brought prosperity, and flying was quickly becoming the preferred way to travel long distances. But with this surge in popularity came a new set of challenges. Terminals were packed, ticket lines stretched for hours, and airlines struggled to keep up with the growing demand for seats. The world was ready for something bigger, something revolutionary. At the center of this transformation was Juan Trippe, the visionary founder of Pan American World Airways. Trippe dreamed of making air travel accessible to everyone, not just the wealthy elite. He imagined a new kind of airplane, one that could carry hundreds of passengers across continents and oceans, making the world feel smaller and more connected. His vision was bold, a jumbo jet that would redefine what was possible in commercial aviation. To turn this dream into reality, Trippe approached Bill Allen, the president of Boeing. The challenge he presented was enormous. Building a plane of this size had never been attempted before. The risks were staggering. Technological, financial, and even personal reputations were on the line. But Allen, inspired by Trippe's determination and the promise of a new era in aviation, accepted the challenge. Together, they set out to change the world. In 1966, after months of negotiations and planning, Pan Am made history by placing an order for 25 of these revolutionary jets. The announcement sent shockwaves through the industry. Newspapers around the globe reported on the bold move, and the world watched as Boeing began work on what would become the largest commercial aircraft ever built. Leading the engineering effort was Joe Sutter, a brilliant and determined Boeing engineer who would come to be known as the father of the 747. Sutter assembled a team of the best minds in the business, working tirelessly to solve the unprecedented technical challenges that lay ahead. Their mission was clear: to build a plane that was not only massive, but also safe, efficient, and reliable. One of the most distinctive features of the new design was the iconic upper deck hump. This wasn't just for style, it was a practical solution that allowed the cockpit to be placed above the main deck, making it possible to convert the plane for cargo use by loading freight through the nose. The design was both innovative and versatile, setting the 747 apart from anything that had come before. The nose of the 747 could swing open, revealing a cavernous space for cargo. This feature made the aircraft incredibly valuable, not just for passengers, but for global trade as well. Airlines and freight companies alike saw the potential for a plane that could move people and goods on an unprecedented scale. When the Boeing 747 finally took to the skies, it was more than just a new airplane. It was a symbol of human ambition and ingenuity. The gamble paid off spectacularly. The 747 changed the face of aviation, making air travel more affordable and accessible, and connecting the world in ways that had once seemed impossible. Its legacy endures, a testament to the power of vision, collaboration, and daring to dream big. Building the 747 was a challenge unlike any the aviation world had ever seen. To make it possible, Boeing had to construct the largest building on Earth at the time, the Everett factory in Washington. This colossal structure was so vast, it could fit Disneyland inside with room to spare. The sheer scale of the project was mind-boggling, and it set the stage for one of the most ambitious engineering feats in history. Inside this giant factory, a workforce of 50,000 people, nicknamed the Incredibles, came together. They were machinists, engineers, designers, and dreamers, all united by a single goal: to build the world's first jumbo jet. Day and night they worked in shifts, braving tight deadlines and enormous pressure. Many had never worked on a project of this magnitude before, but their determination was unwavering. The timeline was relentless. Boeing gave themselves just 28 months to design, test, and build the first 747 from scratch. Every day counted. Teams raced to solve problems that had never been faced before: how to make engines powerful enough, wings strong enough, and systems reliable enough for a plane of this size. The pressure was intense, but so was the sense of purpose. The stakes couldn't have been higher. Boeing poured nearly all its resources into the 747, risking the company's future. If the project failed, it could mean bankruptcy. Executives watched anxiously as costs soared and deadlines loomed. The world was watching, and the pressure to deliver was immense. But on September 30th, 1968, history was made. The first 747 rolled out of the factory, gleaming under the spotlights. Thousands gathered to witness the moment, cheering as the giant aircraft emerged. It was a triumph not just for Boeing, but for everyone who dared to dream big. The rollout was more than a corporate milestone. It was a testament to the dedication, creativity, and teamwork of everyone involved. Against all odds, they had achieved the impossible, setting a new standard for what humans could accomplish together. The Boeing 747 stood as tall as a 6-story building and stretched longer than a city block. It was a marvel of engineering, a symbol of human ambition, and proof that with vision and teamwork, even the impossible can be built. The 747's first flight on February 9, 1969, was a success. Pan Am's inaugural passenger flight in 1970 marked the jumbo jet age. The 747 offered a spacious cabin and luxurious upper-deck lounges. It democratized air travel, making it accessible to the middle class. The 747 connected cultures and opened new destinations worldwide. The 747 evolved over decades, with new variants improving range and efficiency. The 747, 200 and 747 SP offered longer flights and special performance. The 747-400 became the workhorse of international travel. The 747-8i, introduced in 2011, was the longest passenger aircraft. Despite its advancements, the market shifted to more efficient twin-engine jets. The 747 ruled long-haul travel from the 1970s to the 1990s. It was the flagship for major airlines, enabling global tourism. The 747 effect made flying affordable, connecting people and cultures. It played roles in historical events like evacuations and Air Force One. The 747 created lasting memories for passengers, defining air travel. The 747's four engines were once an advantage, but times changed. Twin-engine jets like the 777 and A330 offered fuel efficiency. The hub-and-spoke model gave way to direct point-to-point travel. Airlines retired 747s in favor of more efficient aircraft. In 2020, Boeing announced the end of 747 production, marking the end of an era. The 747 found new life as a cargo plane thanks to its design. The nose cargo door made it ideal for oversized freight. Cargo airlines like Atlas Air and UPS rely on 747 freighters. The 747 continues to serve in special roles like Air Force One and Dreamlifter. The final 747 rolled out in 2022, ending a 54-year production run. The 747 is a cultural icon, symbolizing the romance of air travel. It democratized flying, connecting the world like never before. The 747's engineering paved the way for future aircraft. The future of aviation focuses on efficiency and sustainability. The 747 will continue to fly as a cargo carrier and in special roles. Its legacy lives on in museums and in the hearts of aviation enthusiasts.